Hi people, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Victoria Nanos, in case you're new here, and in case you're returning, thank you very much. First things first, in case you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Yes, click on the red button here and click on the notification bell so that every time I upload a new video you get notified. So today is a Sunday and it's time for trending with Victoria. What is trending where you are? Of course, something is trending where I am. And remember, this is a segment that comes your way every Sunday. There are always 5 stories and they come from any part of the world. The first story comes in from Uganda, where the water levels of Lake Victoria are increasing day by day. Yes, the last time these waters increased was in 1964 and they went to a level of 13.4 meters, but now that level has been surpassed and they are at a level of 13.42 meters. And because of this, people have been affected that are staying around the lake, and not only them but businesses have been affected that were constructed around the lake. Like hotels and all those other businesses in that category, they have been affected. People have been displaced and so many of them have lost their lives. Now, Lake Victoria is one of the biggest lakes in Africa, and it is also one of the lakes in the world that has the freshest waters. It covers 3 countries, that is Uganda, Kenya and Tanzania. So all the people who are staying around the shores have been affected in one way or the other, and the economic activities that were taking place around the shores have been affected. The president of Uganda made a stop at one of the shores around Entebbe Road, that is in Chitubulu, and he said that the people who are staying around the shores, he actually called them encroachers. Yes, that the people who have encroached the land of the lake should move, because if they do not move, then the lake is going to, you know, swallow them, and no one would want to be swallowed by the lake, which simply means they will die. Now, some of them came out to say that they do not have where to go, and now we are in a very tough situation where even people are not allowed to move. So imagine, people are not allowed to move, the lake, the water levels are increasing, and you look at them and feel sorry. But I'll add to what the president said, please, if you stay around the shores of the lake, move, because we don't know when this is going to end. And there is a saying in Uganda that says which means water flows from where it has ever flown from. So that means, yes, as the levels are increasing, it's just a sign to show that at one point this water levels were even further than what we see right now. But if you're staying around the shores, please move from those shores, because you will lose your life, and I don't think that is what you'd want in such a situation. You do not want to lose your life. And yes, people, stop staying around the lake shores. Let there be economic activities, yes, but you cannot have economic activities while the water levels are increasing. No, put them to a stop. When the levels stop increasing, you can go back to doing what you're doing, but staying there and having homes there, I think, is not advisable at the moment. And yes, people who have businesses there, we are sorry that you have made losses during this time, that yes, you invested a lot, but like I said, water flows from where it has ever flown from. We are feeling so sad for you, and we are feeling sad for the people who have built houses there, but move so that you do not get to lose your lives. We want to see you alive. We don't want to see you dead of something that you can control, of something that you can avoid. So move away from the shores of the lake. Stop encroaching them even when the lake levels decrease again. So story number 2 comes in from Uganda as well, and it comes in on a sad note where an LGU officer or a local defense unit officer shot dead a border rider who was taking a pregnant woman to hospital. And after shooting her, he ran away. And who does that? Who does that? How do you shoot someone who is carrying someone? Like, you're shooting a border rider who is carrying a pregnant woman, and a pregnant woman who is carrying a child. You do not even consider that, but you just go ahead and shoot to kill. Now, this happened in Masaka, and Masaka happens to be one of the districts in Uganda. Yes, people caught this. Yes, this was caught on camera, and some people saw this happen. Could they help? No, they just stayed in their houses, because literally someone has coached a gun and you cannot even go to help. You know, you can't help but look at what is happening. So they saw this happen, and the police and that officer and that LGU officer, after doing it, he ran away. Now, local defense unit officers in Uganda are actually part of the Uganda People's Defense Force, up with the local defense unit officers to help curb crime in the areas that we come from. Now, during these COVID situations, they are also deployed to help the government with to help out with people who are failing to respect the government restrictions. And while doing this, they have done so many things, from caning people for no good reason to now shooting people. And because of that, the president of Uganda, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, came out some time back while he was addressing the nation about the COVID situation in Uganda, and told them that they should not actually mistreat people. They should not handle people in the way they were handling them. And because of that, most of them that have been caught mistreating people have been actually imprisoned. They've been sent to prison. But now see this one, who went ahead and killed someone for no good reason. Yes, the president stopped borders from moving during this COVID situation, and he advised them that they should instead do delivery services. But this was one case in so many. This one was taking a pregnant woman. Who are you not to feel sorry for the person that they are carrying? You would see that literally they are pregnant, and what do you decide? Shoot to kill. And that is committing murder. He literally committed murder. He committed murder. That is it. So the UPDF should come out and talk to its people that it deployed, and the chief in command, who happens to be the president of this country, should echo more about this and should tell them how they should behave while they are treating people, because we are bound to see more people dying. So many people have been claimed by these local defense unit officers and have, got deformed. There's a woman whose story was airing on one station, and she was saying she was badly caned, and she cannot sit on her own anymore. She cannot help out herself properly like she used to. She cannot work anymore. She can't look for food for her family because of LDUs. Who are you? Are you special in our own country? Why would you treat a fellow human being like that? Should be done for these people. If it's what they are told to do, then let them also come out and say, this is what we are told to do. And if you are told to do that, do they tell you that go and kill people? What are your work ethics? What are your work ethics? You're there to protect, not to kill, not to shoot and kill. You're there to advise someone. That is not allowed. But why do you just shoot? There are so many questions, but they should be addressed by the Uganda Police Defense Force. They should come out and help us with these people who are called the local defense unit officers. Story number 3 comes in from Uganda, where the Deputy Speaker of Uganda Parliament, Honorable Jacob Oulanyah, rode to Parliament. Yes, he went to Parliament on a bike or a motorcycle. He went riding himself. Oh my God. Who does that? And why in this situation? Why now? Like, why would he ride in this situation when borders are only allowed to deliver things to people? Yes, they are only allowed to make deliveries, not to ride people. So he wasn't riding anyone, no. He just rode himself to work. That is to Parliament. And he went ahead and he said he was happy that he could ride to work. And he was happy that he could ride in Kampala, because the last time he did ride while in Kampala, he was knocked down by someone around Meat Packers. And someone did it. He moved for someone. He said that he moved, but someone still went ahead and knocked him. So I'm asking myself, should we also ride? Because some of us are not going to work because we don't have means of going to work. So did he set an example for us? Can we also ride to work? And of course, he was being followed by his security people. Of course, he's the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Uganda Parliament. So with that position comes the security. So the security, as the security people were in their cars, he was on his bike. He was actually leading them. So I'm like, should we also get motorcycles? Should we get borders? Should we get bikes and we start riding to work? Because some of us are not going to work since private means and public means are not allowed to work. So if the Speaker rode to Parliament, we can actually get borders. We can improvise and we all get borders and we go to work. What do you think? Don't you think we can also ride? Speaker of this beautiful nation, should we also just get borders and ride to work? Should we also follow that example? What do you think, people? Should we also follow the example of the Speaker, or should we just say he's the Speaker, so definitely it is okay for him to ride? I really don't know what to say. I'm really thinking about it, and I'm like, what should we do? Should we follow the example, or should we just wait until the days are over and we finally go back to work? That brings me to story number 4, which comes in from Tanzania, where the president of Tanzania, President Magufuli, said that all the testing kits in Tanzania are faulty. And why? Because he said they tested goats, they tested pawpaws, they tested different things, and they had the virus. So to him, it proved that the kits were faulty that were sent to Tanzania. Now,
sample za mbuzi, tukachukua sample za kondoo, tukachukua sample za papai, tukachukua sample za oili ya gari na sample za vitu vingine mbalimbali, tukavipeleka pale kwenye maabara bila wao kujua, na tukazipa majina. Sample ya oili kwa mfano iliyotoka kwa gari tulilipa jina ya Jabiri Hamza, mwenye miaka 30, male. Ile ilileta negative. Tulipopeleka sample ya fenesi ambalo tuliipa jina la Sara Samuel, miaka 45, female, matokeo yake yalikuwa unconclusive. Tulipopeleka sample ya papai, tukaipa jina Elizabeth Anne, miaka 26, female. Papai lile lilikuwa positive kwamba lina corona. Maana yake maji mle ndani zilizotolewa mle kwenye papai ni positive. tulipeleka sample ya ndege Kwale, imekuwa positive. Tumepeleka sungura, ikawa determinant. Tumechukua mbuzi, akawa positive. Tukachukua kondoo, akawa negative, na kadhalika na kadhalika.
Tanzania is one of the countries where there has not been put anything like lockdowns. They are moving on normally, but cases are increasing on a daily basis. One of the things that President Magufuli said, he said that people should go ahead and pray. He's not going to lock churches. He's not going to stop them from working. Why? Because we have to find solace in God. We have to pray to God to help us curb this situation. So there is no reason as to why he should close churches. And now, one of the things we should also know is that so many cases in Uganda that are coming in, or that we have, are of truck drivers from either Kenya or from Tanzania, because they are having more cases than actually us, and maybe these truck drivers are not checked. And like I said, the president of Tanzania came out to say that if those other things like pawpaws, like goats tested positive, then the kids are faulty. He doesn't believe in them. He doesn't believe in them at all. He doesn't. But despite the fact that he said that, it doesn't stop me from saying that, yes, we still have to pray to God. Even us who are in lockdowns, we are still praying to God. But Tanzania has to do something, because they have cases that are increasing day by day. And what did he do about that? He went ahead and also joined Senegal in purchasing medicine from Madagascar. Yes, I recently said that Madagascar came up with a herbal tea, and when it came up with this herbal tea, some African countries have come up to support it, and one of the countries that has done so is Tanzania. He went ahead and purchased medicine from yes, it's a herbal medicine or a concoction. So he went ahead and purchased it from Madagascar, and yes, they have already, it has already been, and as I speak right now, it already reached Tanzania, and Tanzanians are going to start using it. Now, he is not the only president that purchased this drug, but many African countries are coming out to support Madagascar, among them being Comoros and Chad, plus Senegal, that I previously said have come out to purchase this drug from Madagascar, which shows that Africa is supporting Africa, and we pray that this herbal tea works. Now, the World Health Organization instead discouraged people from taking it because they say it was not tested in modern laboratories, and because of that, South Africa has come to join Madagascar by saying it is going to help Madagascar with checking out this medicine. And to me, that is a plus to Africa. That shows that Africa, we are standing as one. If many of us could go out and support them and check out whether this drug is fine, and people taking it to see whether it works, because the president of Madagascar said this drug does not, this herbal tea does not only heal, but it also prevents people from getting the virus. Now, that is where we have reached. I hope it works. I hope Tanzania serves as an example here in East Africa, because it's part of the East African community, so that maybe even us here in Uganda, as you're waiting for the vaccine, because we are waiting for the vaccine, while the president of Uganda was addressing us still about COVID-19, he said that the vaccine that Uganda is working on is coming out in 18 months. Now, the medicine of Madagascar came out some few weeks back, so let us see whether it works with other countries, and let us also partake of it. If it works, then why don't we partake of it? We need to support each other as Africans. You never know. Like I said, this is the drug that is going to heal the whole world, and it will be coming from and it won't be coming from the West, but it will be coming from Africa. So we ought to pray that it really works and it doesn't turn out to be like the Maji rebellion. In case you don't know what the Maji rebellion is, go and read about it. It was started in Tanzania. That's all that I can say about it. And the last story comes in from South Africa, where South Africa hired Cuban doctors. Hello? Cuban doctors. Now, it is not only South Africa that has actually hired doctors from other countries to come and help it treat its people. Even Nigeria hired Chinese doctors. What? Even a month ago, Nigeria went ahead and hired Chinese doctors to come and help them with treating people who have COVID-19. Yes, Cuban doctors were hired by South Africa because they want them to help curb COVID-19. South Africa, in case you don't know, is one of the countries in Africa that is having so many cases. It is one of the countries whose cases are increasing day by day. So they decided to hire Cuban doctors to come and help them. And people came out from South Africa and said, how about the South African doctors that we have? Can they do this? Why do we need to hire? And now that reminds me, at one point, even in Uganda, as our doctors were striking because of their pay, the government of Uganda wanted to hire Cuban doctors. And then led me to thinking that, you mean does this mean that in Cuba there are so many doctors, there are so many professionals, but they are doctors mostly? I think so. I should do research about that and find out whether in Cuba most of the people are actually doctors, because they do send, and they are not, those are not the first doctors they are sending. They actually also sent to Italy the time it had so many cases to help them with curbing this virus. Now, some people in South Africa were not pleased with this, because they said, how about our own doctors? Even in Uganda, when they wanted to hire the Cuban doctors, people were like, how about our own doctors? But the president of South Africa went ahead and said that they've had a long-term relationship with South Africa from the days of the late Nelson Mandela. So it is just a relationship that they think they have to keep. And yes, if they are there and they are willing to help them treat the people, why not? They did arrive in South Africa and they already started carrying out their duties. But it says a lot about us. How about our own doctors in Africa? Don't we have people who have studied these courses? Don't we have people who can help? Don't we have doctors who can help treat our fellow Africans? Do we have to really get people from Cuba? Do we have to? Yes, even if it is keeping a relationship, even if we've had a long-term relationship, how about our own? Have we thought about them? Because with these comes so many things, from having to treat, bringing in doctors from out comes with so many things, like where they're going to sleep, feeding them, and the treatment is actually very different from the treatment that our own doctors receive. So there is a lot to be asked about that, and there is a lot that we have to look into. Yes, we need the help, but how about our own? Yes, they are available, but how about our own? Have we looked into them? Have they failed? Have they? If they have not, then why do we need to hire? Then what are we thinking of our own? Then don't you think that we are losing out on this as African countries? What do you think? Those are my 5 stories of this week. What are yours? Tell me what story made it to your list this week, and let us have more conversation in the comment section. And I wind up this. Today is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to every mother out there, to every mother figure out there. Just know that we love you and continue doing that good work. Yes, remember to subscribe to my channel. I have been Victoria Nanoze. See you in another video. Ciao.